To get started in money fronts, you have to wait for a call from Martin Madrazo. Once you get that call, you can get things started. Here's the call.
My friend, there is someone who wants to meet you, and, believe me, you want to meet him. You think I'm into some bad stuff? Let me tell you, this guy has a finger in every pie in Los Santos and beyond. Meet me at LSIA, and, if you embarrass me in front of him, I will kill you.
Once the call is completed, you can head over to LSIA and meet Martin there, and then you'll get a cutscene. There's a Corona at the airport, so step on that and press the right D-pad.
Whatever.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Get in! Quickly! You good? You ready? Yeah. All right, come on, driver, let's go.
CC.
Okay, so this opportunity, it's big, my friend. This guy, his name is Favor. He's a banker, the banker. Every dollar in this fucking town, it goes through him. He's my guy. He's El Rubio's guy. Anybody who's in charge of anybody, their guy. And here he is now. He asked for you personally. I'm surprised it took so long. Now listen, just let me do the talking, okay? Your style of conversation, it's so, well, you know.
Ciao! I'm only here for 24 hours. If they're serious about this, they'll show me the property. How many buyers can they have in a state that pays 80% tax?
By the way, don't mention his fucking shoes. Okay. Knock, knock.
Ah, Martin.
Here he is. Hello, how are you, Mr. Faber?
I am well. Patricia, Miguel, they are?
Oh, fine, fine.
Ah, I've heard your name from a number of my clients. You've made some of them a lot of money, directly and indirectly. To others, you're just, well, a blot on their accounts. Martin has told you about me? Well, fundamentally, I offer financial services. It's all very technical. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Most financiers help their clients to minimize tax. I help mine pay just enough to keep the accountants away. Very important if you wish to enjoy all this.
Exactly.
A financial network such as mine requires a number of businesses who are willing to collaborate. I am offering you an opportunity to be such a partner. My people, your people, it will be mutually beneficial. Mr. DeAngelis here has compiled a portfolio of suitable possibilities, just small to begin with.
Yes, there are a couple we could start with.
I think perhaps the details can wait until I am out of earshot. Raf is one of my most trusted consultants. He will ensure that everything is running smoothly. And should anything stop running, well, I am certain you will tell me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Hey, gentlemen, come on.
Okay.
Let's go.
Great. All right, then. Thank you for your time, Mr. Faber.
Of course. Goodbye, Raf.
What's your step, kid? Gracias, gracias. You know, Ralph, you should meet my son, Miguel. He could show you around.
We already met. Bahamas 2 years ago.
Dale.
Yes, sir.
So, the businesses you want invested, these are legitimate enterprises, low profile, cash intensive. I found hands-on a car wash in Strawberry. You want to start there. Meanwhile, I'll run some background checks on a couple of others, potentially very lucrative if you decide to purchase them. Just run them, show them some love, you know? Just keep that cash flow moving. We need a steady, legit revenue stream. Then, I get a tap on the shoulder from Mr. Faber, we mix in some cash assets off the books, and...
Money laundering.
You say it how it is, Mr. Madrazo. I respect that. I do. Old school. Boom. Anyway, if you choose to go forward, I'll fix what needs to be fixed. You get what I'm saying? I'll take care of the books, you take care of the problems. Mr. Faber says he wants you to be the boss, so hey, you're the boss.
You got that? Okay, looks like we're here.
Yep. Beautiful. Hey, just one more thing, between us girls. You mentioned my boss's name to anybody? Anybody? We both end up like his last guy in LS. Dead. Obviously.
Think it over, huh? To be young and scared. Good luck. Vámonos.
Yes, sir.
Once the cutscene finishes, you're gonna get dropped off over at the Hands-On Car Wash. This is a business you can buy in order to get yourself set up in the new DLC. So normally, in a lot of these businesses, you can walk up to the for sale sign on the front and just buy it there. But here, you've got to go to the Maze Bank Foreclosures website, and it's right in the center of the map there. It's $1 million, and there's only a minimal upgrade that's 10 grand, and that's this tint option. You can change the color of the interior. These are very, very basic interiors. There's nothing really special going on here. I like the red tint, so that's what I bought.
Hey, you got hands on? Yes, come see the place.
Once you buy it, you'll get invited to go and check it out. Go around the back side of the place, and there's a Corona, and you'll get a brief cutscene inside the car wash.
Well, this is it, your humble car wash. Dirty money comes in, clean money comes out. Now, obviously, we should wash the occasional car, We need a little clean money to balance the books, but more importantly, we need a lot of dirty money. Just boot up this laptop to see what jobs we got waiting. Also, if you want to be in Mr. Favor's good graces, you want to solve problems in the network before he even knows about them. Work with his big clients, keep things running smooth. But listen, I know you're very busy, very important, so if it's something small, you can just call me, all right? That's safe side catching, huh? You want some liquidity? It's right here for you.
Note that while it looks like there's a single car garage at the car wash, it's already holding a car that belongs to Ralph, so you're unable to use it for vehicle storage, sadly. Once you bought the car wash, that will open up 2 more businesses for you to buy. By the beach, there is Smoke on the Water, which is a medical marijuana retailer, and again, it's pretty cheap at $850K. There's nothing special, no real upgrades, just tint again, which I didn't even bother with here when I bought mine.
Smoke on the Water, huh? Excellent choice. Perfectly legal, nothing shady. And the kind of customers we're getting off the beach are going to pay in cash. So this is where we take laundering to the next level.
The final business that you can buy from the Maze Foreclosures is Higgins Heli Tours. It's $900,000, again pretty cheap. And again, the only upgrade is tint. While you can respawn to the car wash, you can't respawn to these other 2 businesses. Weed and Tours is basically 1 room each. There's no garage, no nothing.
Hey, Higgins Tours, another asset in your laundering empire, huh? Plenty of opportunities for a pilot. You can fly, right? I should have asked you that first. Well, if you own any of the helicopters and need a lift, you can request them to arrive at the premises. Okay, bye, love you.
Going over here to the Higgins Heli Tours, you can see there's 2 Coronas for it, and you'd think one would be for a garage, but it's not. The left Corona lets you request one of your own helicopters to spawn in here. It's kind of nice, beats not having it, certainly, but again, there's no vehicle storage here, really. The right Corona gives entry to the business. Notice that there's a heat meter here, but there are no cash meters. All of the money associated with these other 2 businesses will be delivered to the car wash. So you've got helicopter tour for the legitimate mission, then money laundering solo missions, and finally Mr. Faber work, which are longer missions that you can actually invite people into since these are instance missions.
You have forgotten about me, my friend, which is, frankly, a little disrespectful.
Little message from Martin Madrazo there. We'll head over here, which is where Smoke on the Water is. It's right in the Vespucci Beach area. It's nighttime right now, so it's closed, and let me drop down here. And there it is. The big weed symbol, medical marijuana smoke on the water. Closed or not, we can enter it at any time, of course, by going in the back lane. We can do that up this alley right here. We'll just tuck up into here. We get a Corona at the door. Again, there's no vehicle storage here or anything. It's just one room. It was already tinted green, so I was good with that based on the fact that it's a weed distribution point. And again, it's just got the heat meter, no money indicators. We've got weed delivery, which is a legitimate mission, money laundering again, and favor work, just like the other two have. All right. Just for grins, we'll go back over to the car wash and we'll do a mission. Here we are back at the car wash. I'm going to fire up the terminal. We go to money laundering and I'll select that. It respawns me outside and tells me about the mission.
All right, compadre, here's the tea. There's a rival op who made the misguided decision to work in spite of us instead of with us. So, we gotta take him out. Check your GPS, got some goodies for you to collect.
All right, so we're going to steal some cash. I'm going to spawn my oppressor to do this mission. So the first thing I need is to come over to this car here. There's no enemies. Open the trunk. Take out some explosive charges.
Surprise! Explosive charges! You're gonna use these to shake up their operation. Oh, and boss, grab any cash before you blow the place up. I'm waste conscious.
Now we're going to go to the actual location, which is actually going to be fairly close here. Right over here I'm getting locked, so I'm just going to punk these guys out over here until they ain't no mo. And they ain't now. I'll position my bike for a fast getaway, and then we'll load up the machine gun. My favorite combat MG. We'll murk out the dudes that are in here.
Bend over, here it comes! You dirtbag!
One more dude behind that washing machine back there. I don't know if you can see him. I hit him. I don't know if I killed him. Let's go have a look. Yep, he be dead. All right, so the next thing we have to do is gather up the cash. We use the right D-pad to open the door. My camera aimed at what we're doing would help. And then you just pound on the X to gather the cash. On the mini-map are the indicators showing which machines have cash in them. We're going to do that for 3 machines in here. Sadly, you can't close the washing machine doors, so you have to work your way around. It's kind of crowded in here. Anyway, the last one's over here. Right on the D-pad, pound on the X. Now we have to plant the explosives. What you want to do when you do this is you don't want to do this one first, because you've got a limited amount of time when you plant the last explosive. I did that wrong here. You really want to do this one down here first, because once I set that last one, you're going to see I have a timer running now in the lower right, and it's 15 seconds before it's going to explode. You don't want to be in here when it explodes. You want to get out of here as fast as you can. So setting the last one closest to the door as the last one is your best option. I just barely made it out of there.
Yeah. No way the cops didn't hear that bang, so if you get in trouble, just before you get back to the car wash.
Once you get rid of the cops, you head back over to the car wash and we deliver the cash. As you can see, we didn't get paid anything, but we will get paid. We'll get $75,000 for doing that or any of the laundry missions. It takes about 20 minutes before the money will show up, and that's real time, not necessarily in-game. And that's their idea of laundering the money, so 20 minutes. So now you can see I have 140,000. I ran a couple of these missions, and that 21,500, that's just passive income that will accrue in the safe, regardless of the missions you run. The safe is right in here. We'll get our 21,500. And then the rest of the money is in a bedroom in here. It'll be in a bag on this end table right here at the end of the bed. If you don't have any money waiting, the bag won't be there. Grab that. Now you've got your cash. So these money laundering missions actually pay pretty well. The Faber missions do not pay very well at all. Typically about 40,000 if you get the bonus. You'll notice that this business has a little bit of heat. The weed also has a little bit of heat. It gets that heat from the car wash business. Now, all the heat will do is prevent you from running missions. You're not going to get raided or anything else. So you can see I have maximum heat here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a legitimate business mission to clear the heat out. In this case, it's a car wash.
Okay, boss, today we're legit. We got a client needing a wash. Told them the owner would collect and drop off the car personally and in spotless condition. I just love hearing him smile, you know?
We just go and get the customer's car. I'll take my oppressor and fly over to the destination marked on the map. Once we're there, we have to get the keys for the car, and they're marked with a green arrow, and you grab them with the right D-pad. Go over to the car and unlock it with the right D-pad, and then we can get in with the top button on your controller like normal. We drive that back to the car wash, and we do the car wash. A key element is to not bash the car. It's kind of like when you do the auto shop deliveries where you're customizing the car and then you deliver it, and when you deliver it, the amount of money you make is based on how much damage you did to the car or how much damage you didn't do. So the same is true here with these cars in the car washing mission. Some of them you have to go quite a ways to pick them up. I've had to go all the way up the coast to get it previously. And we're done with the car wash. Now it's raining like crazy. Car still looks pretty good though. We return it to the customer and hopefully we don't bash it up too badly. Right now it shows a payment of $1,000, and that payment will go down if we were bashing the car. When we return it, the owner comes out, he gets the keys, he's happy. We didn't bash the car up. Now we can see that we got a nice tip. We got the full payment, and that will eliminate all of the heat at the business. Once we get back to the business, you can see there's no more heat at all. So it only takes one legitimate mission to clear all the heat. Like I said, you're not going to get raided or anything else. Heat just prevents you from doing missions. Right now, there's a bunch of bugs with this DLC. I would recommend just doing the money laundering missions. I wanted to find out if I did one of these missions with a friend, if they would get paid also. I started my CEO biz and I invited them to my CEO. You don't have to do a CEO or an MC or anything, but I did for this mission to test this out.
Got a shipment of dirty cash just arrived, sending you the location.
There's another recovery of the cash mission, but this one's slightly different. I have my friend Brickette Games who's going to help me as my CEO bodyguard. Now, these laundry missions are totally soloable. I just wanted to see if a bodyguard would share in the reward. We get over here, we have to bomb a bunch of enemies, and then we have to find a cargo container that has a specific mark on it. There was a picture that Ralph sent me of it so I could figure out which one it is. So I found it here. It says Alpha Male on it. There's a little arrow there, so I have to shoot the lock off of it. Then I go up to the door and hit the right D-pad to open the container. There's a vehicle, this Karen, in here, and I'm going to steal it and deliver it to Hal so he can strip it for parts. At the moment I drive it, I'm going to get enemies. So Brickette Games will take care of the enemies for me with her oppressor. This guy's rear-ending me, so I'm going to shoot him and get rid of him real quick. Alright, there we go. So now we're going here. I think there's 4 waves of enemies that will chase you. And normally I wouldn't even bother killing these guys. I just go on my way and let them shoot at me. Once you're done, you deliver it to Hal up in Vinewood. Note that there's no timer, so if you do want to stop and take out the enemies, you've got time to do that. Once Hal has stripped the vehicle, he gives you the cash from selling the parts. We head back to the car wash where we're going to deliver the cash that we got for stripping the vehicle. And then after about 20 minutes, the cash will show up in that bag by your bed in the bedroom. My CEO bodyguard, Brickette Games, got $10,000 for doing this with me, so you can have someone help you and they will get paid. Right now, like I said, there's lots of bugs in this game. The favor missions, they have really crappy payout and they're super buggy. Another thing that can happen is the heat won't go down if you do a car wash or other legitimate mission in any of the businesses. The heat will stay at maximum or whatever it was at. The only way to get it to go back down after you've done the legitimate business mission is to kill the game. Finding a new section won't fix it. You actually have to kill the game. Also, there's no cooldown on these missions. You can just repeat them over and over and over as much as you like, back to back. As a final note, your MC businesses for cash and weed will see an increase in the values that they produce as a result of owning the DLC businesses. So there's a little added bonus there. Alright. As a final thought here, I just wanted to say that I think the last few DLCs that Rockstar has put out, it seems like they're just phoning it in. They don't have their hearts in it. Seems like Bottom Dollar Bounties was pretty lackluster. The Garment Factory, what did that give us? It gives 4 new missions, and each of those technically has 4 missions in it, but only one of the missions actually pays you anything. It's a decent payout, but still, it's just the 4 missions. Again, it's not like the Acid Lab or the Nightclub or one of these other DLCs where there was a lot going on and there was a lot of missions added and a lot of varied activities. While these last couple of DLCs have seemed lacking, I suspect that Rockstar's current focus must be on getting GTA 6 finished on time to meet the release date. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Alright, I hope this helps someone out there. If you liked the video, please click like, and until the next video, take care.